Please sign in, state your name for the record. You do not have to give your address.
Valerie Warning, I am a resident of Monroeville and also a member of Gateway School Board.
You're the vice president.
Yes. Everyone's talking about the way the police department was set up, Gateway Police. That's over and done with. Okay, let's look at the issue right now at hand. The issue that we're looking at is what happened yesterday with citations. I pulled the board docs, talked to our board secretary, which she had pulled a resolution that was presented to the board on November 15th, which we did approve. It states in here that Gateway Police is requesting that new petition be filed with the Court of Common Pleas authorizing the arming of school police officers, issuance of summary citations, detain students until the arrival of local law enforcement, however, eliminating the power to arrest as originally sought as a previous petition. So I myself thought that the Gateway Police was able to issue citations along with the rest of the board. I did make a phone call to Mr. Dice today, our solicitor. He was also under the impression that they were allowed to issue citations. Come to find out that the ORI that I found out needed to be applied for. I got a call probably about 10 to 6 today that the paperwork was just sent in on January 7th, ORI. So my question is, I don't want to start anything here. I'm just coming to council to advise you. I talked to Mr. Short, our superintendent, that all films, everything that they have on camera is being turned over to the Monroeville Police. They will do their investigation, which I understand they have 30 days to 2 years to file any kind of charges. I don't want any kind of bridges. I would like to build the bridges back between the school board and the municipality.
It'll get done, Val.
And talking to Mr. Short, we hope to get a meeting together the week of the 22nd of January. So hopefully your committee people on the intergovernmental committee, that this is what, we were informed of too. So.
Question I have for you, Val, in regards to the intergovernmental committee. The last time we met, you had all the school board members there. Should we bring all the council members that can attend? Because we normally only bring, am I correct, Nick, just the members of the...
The way that's set up, Mayor, is the intergovernmental committee, which Nick and I are part of.
And Mr. Calero.
You're part of it, Tim. And then Valerie, who's on yours? You, Chad?
I just texted Scotty. He told me that George Lapsovich, myself, and I believe Scotty was on it. I don't know. He didn't say anything about Chad.
But basically, the way it's set up,
It's just the committee
for
members.
that group of the school board and the group of the
That's correct.
council to sit down and work things out, and then council goes back, or the representatives for council come back to council and tell our council what the results are, and the school district goes back and they talk about.
I'm aware of that, Tom, but the last time we had that, there was all the...
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
Can we
Last
sit
time-
in at these meetings as a council member? I
Yeah.
will go to these meetings whether I represent council or I'm...
You mean in the audience, Mr. Duncan?
I think the last
Regardless. I want to be made aware of the meeting, and I will attend.
Mr.
Whether
Mayor.
it's...
Well, there's two things.
Let me
if I
address
could.
that. I'm not finished yet.
Go ahead, Mayor.
What Stevie's saying, I appreciate, but the last time we had the intergovernmental meeting
was in the
in the
back.
school district,
Was in
all the
car.
school board was there, and we got zero accomplished. So I believe at this point in time, it should be just the members of the intergovernmental committees to sit down and discuss the issues, try to work out some type of compromise. I appreciate Chad and Mary Beth coming forward. It sounds like they're very interested in working together. Val has been a great help for us, but you're right, Val. We have to sit down and work something out.
And I think, Mr. Wilson, that last time we met in the back office here. It was just the intergovernmental committee members. It wasn't the whole board
Correct.
with the school board or the
Well, that was
meeting-
I believe that was on the.
Yeah, that meeting went much
Better.
much better.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was after, the initial one that Mr. Wilson mentioned, where it was a
We had it in
Entire
a
group.
neutral place, too. It wasn't council chambers or the school board meeting room. So we had it in neutral territory, which seemed to be
More of
less.
these.
Well, Val, who's the chair of
Competitive.
intergovernmental
Myself.
committee? I'm sorry?
Myself.
I guess mine.
Okay, why don't you work that out with Nick, any details, and just go from there, and we'll figure out
Yeah, to
what,
speak,
where, and why, and when.
and to speak towards other council people wanting to come, or maybe perhaps even other school members wanting to come, then we get into
Right.
having to advertise because there's a quorum of members there. And that's why, to Mr. Wilson's point, if we have it just our 3 members from our committee and the math, I guess 4 members or 3 members from your committee, that'd be a non-quorum meeting, so we could get things done in a smaller venue. And then if we have to do more public ones, then we would, advertise appropriately and give notice for those meetings.
Obviously, you'll get a lot more done with a smaller group of people.
Yes.
And let the smaller group go to the bigger group and sit down and have.
Right.
Nick, can these be alternated? As
Well,
far as
from
what I'm saying is, I wasn't informed of a lot of this stuff that's going on until just lately. And
I think it's pretty clear from this meeting that, to your point, Mr. Duncan, that I think we have to have multiple meetings.
Correct.
And different venues, and whether that is just intergovernmental meetings, and then we actually have perhaps full public meetings with both entities and residents to come. We have to really work out a lot of different things here. So.
I mean, as board vice president, I do want to bond back with, the municipality. We're all working for the same reason, as for the students.
Correct. And if I can make a
Yes.
suggestion, I'm sorry, Valerie.
That's okay.
But to Mr. Little, and perhaps you could realize to Mr. Short, I think sometimes maybe information doesn't get spread to all council members, and perhaps maybe not even to all the school board members, that if we can share information a little better, because maybe some things are being discussed between maybe a couple members, but I think information needs to be disseminated a little bit better between this
I agree.
this board and your board as well.
I
So.
agree. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave it open for anybody who would like to address council. It is certainly your time, your turn. Please sign in, state your name.